let's get into some dry firing with trash. Well, hello. Hey guys, hope y'all are doing well today. So this is kind of a random little quick dry fire video or response to some comments on the dry fire on the road video, talking about being able to reset your trigger and basically using some trash. However you want to define it, I am literally using a piece of the box of a magwell I just got for my 34. So this is my dry fire gun. It's a 34 Gen 3, so I got a magwell for it. I got a new recoil spring, and hopefully it's gonna be back in commission. But if you wanna get trigger resets when you're dry firing, you can't do it generally without buying some stuff. So I have a dry fire mag. It's really not a bad training tool at all. I really enjoy it. Somebody bought it for me back around the coof times. And considering that it was $100 I think then, now they have one that's $300, but it comes with a laser and it works with the dry fire mag. So you get a trigger reset on the laser, kind of like the Blackbeard, which makes sense, I guess, that it's priced about $300 because that's about where the Blackbeard is. So there are things that exist that allow you to reset your trigger, no problem. But today we're going to talk about resetting your trigger for free with using some trash. Shout out to Matt Bear who posted this comment. You're a G, I appreciate you. I somehow own pistols that are not Glocks. This is what I had before. I'm actually probably an M&P person, just ergonomics and grip. I love the angle of the grip and the contour and how it fits in my normal size, average human hands. Essentially, we're using some trash. So I've got a little bit of this box of the Strike Magwell, and I bought a lock for my gate to hopefully keep the intruders out, and I got a piece of cardboard. So it's just a super thin piece of cardboard. I don't know why I'm trying to put the cardboard up to the monitor like a dumbass. That's a great job. But it's a really thin piece of cardboard. So literally just packaging from trash. And this probably won't work with every gun. You know, revolvers, obviously not. Things with a hammer, most likely if you have a double action trigger, you get to squeeze that bad boy multiple times, depending on what the gun is. Don't come at me. I'm not a gunsmith. I just make brass and break things. But essentially, once we get our, there we go, autofocus is working, yay. So we've got our piece of paper in here, and that will essentially will let me reset the trigger, and the trigger will continue to move, right? So it's not gonna have the brake like you normally would, which, you know, it's not ideal. So if I'm doing this in my dry fire session, I'll shoot a little bit, make sure I'm comfortable with the brake, still confirm my grip, still confirm my trigger. But after that, I will take Senor Glockenstein, and basically I'm just sticking it, make sure this focuses, because I like this part to actually be cognizant and visible. So you guys actually see what I'm doing? Okay, so we're basically just gonna take the gun out of battery with this little piece of paper. And you know, depending on the height of your sights, you will definitely need to adjust it. You can now see that there is a piece of paper right in front of my optic. Piece of paper in front of the optic. I'm sure somebody's getting mad I'm pointing the gun at the camera, but all right, so this little guy is keeping the gun out of battery. The piece of paper will allow me to get multiple actuations on the trigger. So when you're trying to come out and practice making sure you have, you know, you're fully gripping the gun if you're gonna do a bill drill or something, regardless of what it is, what you're planning on dry firing, this will at least let you get multiple presses. The trigger does feel slightly different. I gotta make sure that I, quantify that, because I know some people are gonna have thoughts, feelings, whatever about it, but the trigger does feel slightly different. So there is some level of variance in the pressure, just comparing my 34 without it. God, the slide moving is driving me absolutely crazy. I'll have to bleep that one. Sorry, internet. We're trying to be family friendly. Glock perfection drives me crazy. Look at that. That is 100% not making me feel good. Quick tip, just to reference it on a couple other guns. Usually I will take the slide and drop it and let it slide forward. Kind of like when you're chambering your chamber flag or something, you don't want to slam it home because we're not loading around. And so that is my 34. This is the MP9, same thing. Showed you earlier, trigger still works, so I can come out, get some reps in on having good trigger presses and not having to worry about racking the slide every time. So make sure you're not building bad habits. I mean, at the same time, like, yes, this is giving you some trigger actuation like continually, but I don't want to make sure that I'm treating it as if I'm doing doubles and I'm shooting at some crazy pace that I can't actually maintain with my grip, right? So if I'm just like, woo, and I'm shooting like Ben Stoker or pick a GM shooter, like that's obviously probably not the pace I need to be working. So that is something I have encountered, is that I will treat my doubles like they are just, you know, quarter second or less splits. And that doesn't always translate to live fire when I am realizing that my grip is not quite where it needs to be. I probably need to get one of those grip strength things to continue to, you know, get the gains. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate y'all. If you can do all that YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, whatever, post a comment about how Dryfire is stupid and your uncle who is a Special Forces Vietnam spatial door gunner told you he does never need to dry fire, and so you don't either. Whatever you want to do, I support you. Just touch your gun more often than you go to the range. It's not a magic talisman. It's not going to magically, you know, get out of the holster for you and make those hits. You have to do all the work. So put the work in and stay safe out there. Until next time, stay spicy.